Do you dream of early retirement, receiving passive income each month from your rental properties? Make that dream a reality by investing with a team that has helped thousands of investors achieve early retirement through real estate investing. Rent to Retirement offers fully turnkey properties that are newly built or renovated, leased, and professionally managed, allowing you to invest with confidence out of state. They have single-family, multifamily, new build, and syndication opportunities across multiple markets. Rent to Retirement assists investors in learning how to build a comprehensive business plan with the best investment and tax strategies to achieve financial freedom through real estate investing. There's no excuse not to get started in real estate investing when you have the right team and systems already in place. To learn more, visit renttoretirement.com/daily. That's renttoretirement.com/daily or call 800-311-6781. That's 800-311-6781 to learn more about how you can get started investing in some of the best cash flow markets today. This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2266, How Do Minimalists Shop by Rose Lounsbury of roselounsbury.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. I'm excited to be back with you once again and grateful to have you here. I have another post covering money and finance, as usual. So with that, let's get right to today's reading and start optimizing your life. How Do Minimalists Shop by Rose Lounsbury of roselounsbury.com. Before I adopted minimalism, I had a pretty serious shopping habit. Like many women, shopping was something to do, often as an activity with girlfriends or female family members. It was a legitimate way to spend a Saturday afternoon. I tried not to spend too much during these outings, sticking mostly to the clearance aisles, scouring the store for deals. However, even clearance shoes and $5 shirts eventually add up, and I cringe to think of the bills I must have racked up on my credit card in those days. It's probably not terribly surprising that I no longer shop like this, but what may surprise you is that I still like to shop, but I think about shopping much differently than I used to. Now I divide shopping into two separate categories. Category 1, shopping as activity, and Category 2, shopping as necessity. The first type, shopping as activity, is the kind described in the first paragraph. It's something to do, and it's not necessarily bad. If I do shop this way, which it may surprise you to know I still occasionally do, it's vital to keep the goal of the activity in mind. If you're shopping as activity, the goal might be female bonding, not actually purchasing. I can shop all afternoon like this and purchase nothing more than a nice coffee and some lunch and still find the experience positive because it allowed me to spend time with people I love. We could be shopping, or we could be going for a nature walk, or we could be playing volleyball. The end result is that we're together, and that's what matters. However, as I've adopted a more minimalist mindset, I find shopping as activity less and less appealing. It can feel strange to spend a few hours in a mall and not buy something. It's sort of like fasting at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Shopping as activity requires a certain kind of self-control. If you have a history of chronic shopping, shopping as activity is like a recovering alcoholic trying to just hang out and drink water at happy hour. It's not going to work. Know yourself and know if you can handle this type of shopping or not. Also, I've observed that women, myself included, tend to exert a subtle buying pressure on each other when shopping together. We say things like, "Oh, that looks so great on you. You should get it." I think our intentions are very admirable. We're trying to encourage and build each other up. It's the consumer equivalent of saying "nice hit" to someone who just knocked a line drive in baseball. But I think there are other, better ways to bond and support each other. What would happen if you suggested a different type of bonding activity for your girl time? Mani-pedis, facials, museum trips, kayaking, nature walks, kickball, and the like are all excellent ways to bond with those close to you. Shopping as necessity. Let's face it, unless you're planning to hand weave your next cocktail dress on your own personal loom, there are times you're going to need to shop. Shopping as necessity is all about going in with a clear and specific purpose. This is the main type of shopping I do now. Shopping as necessity means that I don't randomly browse a store looking for clothes. Instead, I have a specific goal in mind, such as cream-colored tunic top or good quality black leggings. I keep a running list on my phone of items I need to buy, which I refer to during these trips. Bonus of keeping a list like this, when you do have the chance to go shopping as activity, you have a set list of items you can buy without feeling guilty. My favorite part of shopping as necessity is that it frees me to move beyond the clearance rack. I used to think buying items on clearance meant I was finding deals. Actually, what I was finding was a bunch of ill-fitting, low-quality items that I didn't need. I was the quintessential girl with a closet full of nothing to wear, mostly because I had not strategically planned what I wanted to buy. Now my closet has many more basics, which I can switch and swap to make a variety of outfits. This is much easier, and I look better dressed than my old system. A word on impulse buys. Even though I try to make planned purchases, I sometimes have the occasional impulse buy. If I go into a store looking for a specific item and happen to see a dress I love, I might just buy it. I think that's okay. I'm not a robot, and minimalism is not meant to be a restrictive lifestyle. And since I have a lot less clothes and follow a seasonal capsule wardrobe, I know exactly what's in my closet at all times. Thus, I know that an impulse will actually suit my wardrobe. And I have no qualms about returning or donating items quickly if I get them home and they aren't as awesome as I thought they'd be. I hope this post gives you some food for thought when it comes to shopping. Cheers to looking fabulous and shopping purposely. You just listened to the post titled How to Minimalist Shop by Rose Lounsbury of roselounsbury.com. So unlike Rose, I've never been much of a shopper, which really benefited me when I was getting out of debt back in 2016. At that time, I was on a mission to not spend money on anything that wasn't 100% necessary, because I was tackling that debt pretty aggressively. So I ended up hosting and attending clothing exchanges with my friends. We'd basically all clean out our closet, meet at a friend's house for Sunday afternoon mimosas and music, and we'd organize all the clothing by category. Then we'd all just have fun trying on each other's clothes, taking what we liked, and any leftovers were donated. I was able to get my clothing needs met by my friends who were so much more fashionable than me and have a ton of fun in the process. I'm a big fan of the phrase sharing is caring, and lucky for me, my friends like to share as well. So for example, the last wedding I went to, I really needed a new dress, but I wasn't finding anything I liked enough to actually buy. I ended up in desperation just posting on Facebook looking for a local lady my size to let me borrow something. And it worked out so well with a new friend. We planned to have dinner together and tour her closet. I found something that worked and we got to spend a fun evening together. It was a win-win. That brings us to the end for today. Thanks so much for listening all the way through, and I'll catch you on our weekly bonus episode, episode 2267, which is live right now. That's where your optimal life awaits.